Today on the channel, we're serving some hard times with WWE Mattel Elite Monday Night Wars Series 4, the Big Boss Man.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Here and welcome back to the channel for another Monday Night Wars Series 4 unboxing and review. And today on the channel we got one of the all-timers. We got the Big Boss Man. But for all your Monday Night Wars needs, Walmart. But for everything else under the sun, Ringside Collectibles. Use discount code Kyle, save yourself 10%. And of course, I went to Walmart for these like a fool, like the fool I am. But I'm so sick of the distribution on these, as you guys know, and the Superstars line. I said I just want this over with here. And that brings us to the Big Boss Man here today. And this Big Boss Man figure feels like it should have been part of the Legends Greatest Hits, regular Greatest Hits, from the Vault. Pick your poison at this point. Felt like it belongs in that line more than a Monday Night Wars line. Yes, he was part of the Monday Night Wars line, but we had this figure in the past. I want new blood in this line. Give me Disco Inferno. Give me the Ernest the Cat Miller. Give me anybody else but the Big Boss Man at this point. But is what it is. Big Boss Man, an all-timer, a Hall of Famer, as we do know, and a guy that really felt weird in the Attitude Era, and they made him different, obviously, from his old Big Boss Man persona. Gave him more of a SWAT gimmick, which I guess worked for the Attitude Era a little bit more, but it just felt like he should have been somewhere else, and it feels like the Monday Night Wars is a lot like, of course, the WCW Invasion back in the day. They didn't have all the star power to be able to get out there. Feels that way in this Monday Night Wars line a little bit to me as well, as you just don't have as many people, as many bodies available to them, like the Disco Infernos, Ernest Cat Millers, but I guess the Big Boss Man will suffice right here. But like I said, for the third time, I'm going to say I would have rather had him in the Greatest Hits line or from the Vault line. Is what it is. And it is what it is the way we're going to do this unboxing. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. And the Big Boss Man, no stranger. This is actually the third time we've got this version of the Big Boss Man from Mattel, and we'll compare those later on in this very video. But there he is, old Ray Traylor, looking like a Ray Traylor could look if he was the Big Boss Man. Ray Traylor, Big Bubba Rogers, Guardian Angel, The Boss, NWO Big Boss Man. He's a guy that's had a gimmick or two, as we do know. Monday Night Wars logo right there. Shawn Michaels, Build-A-Figure. 8-and-up Mark Summers, WWE Elite logo. Boss Man on the side once again. Certified authentic, no grandma's confused here. Looking good on the side. And then, of course, cross-sell down below. Got the jibber, got the jabber, got the tail of the tape, got the glamour shot, got Commissioner Michaels. Let's see what it says about our old friend, the Big Boss Man. From Cobb County, Georgia. Oh, all day long. Height 6'7", weight 330 pounds. Finisher, the Boss Man Slam. From Raw, October 12th, 1998. In the corporation's attempt to end Stone Cold Steve Austin, they brought back their own head of security with a background in dealing out some hard times. The Big Boss Man, career highlights, World Tag Team Champion, Hardcore Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Definitely a cool one. If they're going to do another Ray Traylor figure, I would love to see the Guardian Angel. That's the next one I want. Wouldn't be shocked to see the NWO version maybe instead. See you later. Goodbye. Plastic Prison, loaded. He's loaded with stuff in here, of course. Looking good. Gonna pull all this out. We got hands for days with this one here. Now, I do believe, and it gets a little confusing here, but it looks like we got some Shawn Michaels hands, of course, mixed in with the Big Boss Man hands here. And that seems to be what we got going on. I believe these pointing hands, there's two sets of them, but I believe one set goes to Shawn Michaels, I believe. And, of course, got twist ties like a young Todd McFarlane, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? Mattel keeping it all locked down. They don't want anybody thieving. Nobody be thieving with this Boss Man figure, of course. But you can't really steal a figure or figure swap a figure if you can't find it at retail. So we'll see what happens with this Monday Night Wars line. I think I said in the other video, Monday Night Wars Series 3 was on one shipper of like 14 Walmart stores I have. It was on one shipper. So Series 3, a very difficult to get line at this point. Hopefully Series 4 doesn't have that same issue. So I guess we'll see what happens there. There it is, Plastic Prison. See you later, goodbye. A lot to dive into with this big boss man figure. A lot to dive into. If I can get these handcuffs out of his hand, there we go. Let's start with these accessories. I guess we'll first start with Shawn Michaels. Of course, end of the week, we're going to rank the entire wave. We'll also build Shawn Michaels. We've got his arms right here, got the pointing hands, got the head with DDP. We're on our way. We're building old Shawn Michaels here. Boss Man got 2 gripping hands out of the package. Of course, Boss Man, a guy, loves to throw punches in bunches. Got 2 fists of fury over here. Then he's got 2 pointing fingers. He can give you a what you gonna do, brother. I want to challenge the Hulkster 1989 Steel Cage, Vets Auditorium, Des Moines, Iowa. Little Kyle was there. Little David C. Anderson was there as well. But shout out to the Boss Man versus Hogan back in the day. Felt like a real threat when I was a little kid. I don't know about this era of Boss Man. Never really thought of him as a title contender, really. Definitely hardcore champion, tag team champion, felt right. Didn't feel at this stage of his career he was going to be a champ, though. That's at least me, in my opinion. Got the handcuffs going on right here. These handcuffs are even better now because with the removable hands, you can pull the hand out, slide it in there, so you can get a little bit more use out of these. Put these on Stone Cold Steve Austin if you want to. Serve up some hard times on Stone Cold. Of course, the patented nightstick. You can't have the big boss man without a nightstick. Always loved it when he would fling it around and flail it around. Always thought that was a cool thing. Black nightstick, seen it before. We'll see it again. We got the SWAT team hat, maybe not, ski mask, I don't know what you call it here, but we've seen this before as well. We'll talk about this a little bit more. Mine's a little bit crazy on this one, but you can have them in the mask if you want to make them different. We'll talk about it in a little bit, but we do get that mask as well. But then we get down to the boss man himself. Looking interesting here. He's got that mean mugging face going on. Definitely white teeth, though, man. They got a good, apparently down in Cobb County, Georgia, in the prison systems, they got a heck of a dental plan down there because his teeth looking nice and white. Got the goatee going on. Got that boss man hairdo going there. And then, of course, 2 ears, 2 eyes, a nose, and a mouth. Man, he's playing those boss man human hits is what we're playing right there. Got that tactical vest over the top, of course, looking good. Definitely interesting with all the tackle and it almost looks like he's got fishing tackles, what I was going to say, but all the badges, all the kind of stuff there, all the buckles and things. A little extra color might bring that out, but I think it was all pretty much black back in the day as well. Black undershirt as well. This vest is not removable for those keeping track at home. You could cut it, and if you wanted to, you can choose your own adventure if you need to. 2 gripping hands out of the package here. Got a black pants on, black boots. He's just a man in black like a young Johnny Cash. This time the Georgia Johnny Cash, I guess we'll call him right here. Of course, arms all the way around for us. You do get a bicep cut. Double jointed pinless elbows. That's the upgrade right there. Hands removable back and forth, side to side. Head back and forth, side to side. Head removable as well. All these new elites these days, heads are removable. Waist articulation. You get a little ab crunch in there. You do get the splits for old Ray Trailer. Legs going up. Thigh cut. Double jointed pinless knees playing the hits. Boot cut, ankles up and down, back and forth, side to side. All that usual articulation right here for the old big boss man. Does he fit on a ringside collectible Mattel stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%. And that is the boss man. An awfully plain Jane figure. Not a lot of bells and whistles with this one. Yes, we get some accessories, which is nice, but not a lot going on. But it does represent this era of the boss man. Not as flashy as the one in the blue shirt, of course. Probably not as popular either. But he fit his role back in the day in the Attitude Era. And now we got this once again in Monday Night Wars Series 4. Still feel it should have been from the Vault. Greatest Hits, Legends Greatest Hits. Not necessarily this line. But beggars can't be choosers. Did get the prior edition of this one. Of course, pin joints on that one. Different shirt. No, same shirt going on here. Not a ton of differences, as you can imagine. Different head sculpt going on. You do get the gloved hands on this one. You don't got gloves on the new one. To me, he had gloves on, but I'm sure he went both ways. Boss man going both ways. That's the way he's doing it. Also, glasses on this one. No glasses on this one. So you live a little, you take some, you lose some. It's the facts of life, something like that. And I did mention we've had this figure 3 times. Most recently, we had a Championship Showdown 2-pack with the British Bulldog with this boss man. And what I did to make this one feel a little bit different is I used the SWAT gear here, the old mask, ski mask, whatever you want to call it. I used that from this boss man onto here to make it feel a little bit different. You could easily do that with this. And I guess if you have this figure, You don't have this one, but you got these two. You want to make them feel as different as possible. You use different hands, different weapons. One has the mask on, one has the mask off. That's a way to make it feel different if you want to. But the Bossman, an all-timer, a guy that keeps on giving in the figure department. Bring on Ray Trailer. Bring on the Guardian Angel. Bring on NWO Bossman. Would love to see some of that in the future. Not sure if we will or not, but I would definitely love to see some more Bossman figures. Let's get away from the greatest hits type re-releases, as there's still a little bit of meat on the bone on the back end for old Ray Trailer. We'll see what happens in the future. But for what this is, it's okay. It's not setting my world on fire. I don't have the excitement for this one in the Monday Night Wars line like I did for maybe Harlem Heat. And those guys a little bit have been there before as well, but at least we got new outfits with them. This is more of the greatest hit style re-releases, but is what it is at this point. No fight in City Hall. Definitely a good figure if you don't have this in your collection. You definitely have to have this to represent the corporation, as we do know. But there it is, the old Big Boss Man. What are your thoughts on this one? Would you have rather seen it in the greatest hits from the Vault or the Legends line, or would you have rather had it here in the Monday Night Wars line? Choose your own adventure, as I do say. But let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget about Patreon for early access to this video and all the videos from both YouTube channels. Subscribe to both those YouTube channels while you're at it. Check out, of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. Don't forget social media. Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, and on Instagram. So for the Big Boss Man, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.